Hello and welcome back to my page. You're very welcome here. I'm a small bit late this week, battling a bit of a cold, but last Sunday me and my son headed to the church to the first championship hurling match between Cork and Limerick this year, and the rivalry between these two teams is deep, and the anticipation for this game was deeper. We only barely got in on time because of traffic. By the time we got in, the atmosphere was in full flow, a sea of red, and to be fair, a fine section of green there as well. And I'm not just talking about the grass. Tragedy struck Cork early on when our full back had to come off injured, and it later transpired that he's now out for the year. I wish him the very best of luck in his recovery. And it definitely did not help Cork settle, because Limerick did all of the hurling. For the first, I'm going to say 17-18 minutes of this game, they put on an exhibition of scoring that was at times for me extremely worrying. Lynch at midfield was pulling all the strings. 5 assists he had in the first half. He's got a hand pass that is unparalleled in the game of hurling. Here he is again now, look, just watch this, look. He just hand passes the ball in a way that is just so beautiful to the eye and so accurate, especially in tight games. And worth the admission alone. It took a long time for Cork to get to grips with this game. Such was the absolute brilliance and precision and excellence of the early Limerick play. But we did get to grips with it eventually, but not after just unbelievable, unrelenting pressure from Limerick. Here is Lynch again. Look at this. Watch this hand pass. That's the hand pass I'm talking about. 5 assists. Like, how do you deal with that? He was pulling the strings. He was making Limerick tick, and it was putting us under pressure. We kept in touch with frees. A very long distance one here by our midfielder. Very accurate. Puts it over the bar brilliantly. But we had to toil for our scores, whereas Limerick were it was just effortless. And then it changed at the 20-minute mark. A high ball in here, some great work by our corner forward, unbelievable pick up, hand pass in, and Barrett bang back at the net. That's my magic match moment, and that ignited a flame into Cork supporters, and the noise went up at least 2 decibels. Brilliant score here by the corner forward coming up, number 14, full forward. And he was playing in an unusual position in this game. All throughout the league, he was starting in the full forward line and roaming out kind of like a third man midfielder. But not today. He stayed inside. The game just took off from here then. Honestly, it was tit for tat. Limerick had the first 17-18 minutes. Cork had a little purple patch there of about about 7 or 8 minutes, and in that time we scored 1-3 or 1-4 without reply, and the energy that was lacking was now in full flow, and I was like, why didn't we start like this? But you know what, sometimes it's better to finish strong than start strong. So a little bit of an over exuberant run there gave Limerick a free, and this free settled them, and they needed it at this stage because Cork were starting to take control. Some excellent play, short passing and long distance shooting. It's hard to mark that, lads. It's hard to come in against that. Brilliant bit of skill here by our young player, but a little bit of naivety here as well. Look at this. Look, takes him on and then takes a little bit too much out of it and misjudges the bounce. Limerick with it back, pass it down the field, and then very, very easily tack over a score to keep the scoreboard in their favour as we were hitting into the last few embers, the last embers of the first half, the dying embers of the first half. Sure, I don't know. Sure, I'm not well, lads. I'm battling an old cold and a flu here. Sure, I'm doing great even to be able to do this. Look at this, tenacity. This is an unbelievable score by our all-star. controls it from the skies, sidesteps, has a look, and suas an spare, Coolín go hauling. Now that was right in front of me. I knew it was a score. These Limerick fans were not so sure. Yeah, down they came and over the bar, and then suddenly it was half time. I couldn't believe it. Not a puck of a ball between us. I'm doing a gig in Coachford in a few weeks' time. Come along to that. And if you can't do that, listen to my podcast. That's me and my boy. Now, we missed the very start of the throw-in. Such was the queue to the toilet, but we just got in time to see this. Another goal chance for Cork. Great save by Quaid. Down the pitch, and Limerick capitalised on our mistake. Our goalkeeper makes an absolutely outstanding save here. This is point blank. He's done this a few occasions now, especially in the league, and he's very impressive. Limerick on the puckouts have a kind of a system where they have 3 men in the middle in a line running zigzaggy. It's very hard to manage it, but Cork got to grips with it in the second half. Our centre forward wins primary possession here, palms it off here to our full forward, finds space, and he tacks over. I'm going to say it's his third or maybe fourth point. And then it all changes for Cork here. Goalkeeper comes out, sidesteps his man, wallops the ball high and into the sky, into our corner forward here, our all-star. Does great to win it. Back into our other corner forward, and he buries it, and in the process gets sliced in two by the goalkeeper. And honestly, it set Cork up in an unbelievable way, but he had to come off as a blood sub. Limerick were extraordinarily aggressive, and no, they were playing on the right side of the edge, although at times you wouldn't know. Their manager was low, and this is the change. This is how the game changed. Limerick's most influential player on the day, this guy here, gets a straight red, and suddenly they're down to 14. Cork were in the lead at this stage. That came off the post and came back out again and was doubled off the post again. Cork took the lead, strengthened the lead, extended the lead, and the fans were absolutely uproarious. Limerick down to 14 were always going to find it hard here now. Down to 14 without their best player on the day, and their most outstanding forward was injured. High ball here. They did great to keep into the game though. Encouraged all the time on the line. This is brilliant play by our centre forward, having the presence of mind to keep his hand out so that the schlitter didn't go over the line. But Limerick, in fairness, they were not going anywhere, and they have some of the best long distance shooters on the planet Earth. I really like this midfielder for Cork. This year he's been like a bulldog, up and down, in and out, under breaks. Doesn't matter what size the man is, he can get the better of him. This is a great passage of play here, just blood and thunder, and driving it forward here, and winning an absolutely epic free. And this was an opportunity late in the game for Limerick to snatch it away from home. It got all so aggressive. Number 5 comes up. He's not coming up to put it over the bar, lads. That's just silly if you think that you're going to be bringing him up to put it over the bar. Limerick fans in raptures. And then a full front, and that's just a yellow. For me, that has to be a red. That's a dangerous tackle. We put it over to level it, and then another free. Limerick extremely aggressive, and over the bar goes by our corner forward, who was a blood sub after scoring a goal and brought back on. And there's nothing in the game now, and a free late in the game for Limerick, and our number 6 comes off injured. Ball goes high into the box, and we get it out, and we take the points, and we move on. There's a lot of hurling left, lads. That's me in a different universe. Great crack with my father, and off we went for a pint. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, like, comment or share.